Switching over to live. All right, we're good. We're live.
Hey,
Live studio audience.
we're live.
Where's my water?
Are we live?
We're live, and I need my water. I don't know.
Hold on. Is this your water?
That might be my water. Why?
It's-
What's
it was on-
What's this mysterious green label on here? Oh my! It sure is.
Have we started yet?
We've been live, dude.
All right, cool. Sit down. Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the show that we like to call
The Jump Cut.
I am Nigel Fullerton.
I'm Steve.
This is Steve May, and this is a show where we talk about movies, TV shows, video games, comic books, the whole nine, and all-around geek culture.
Whole 9 and 10.
And 10.
Hey, look, we're actually centered this week.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah, we're actually
That's
centered in
excellent.
frame.
Today we'll be talking about the movies MidSommar and the TV show Stranger Things, the third season.
Yes, Stranger Things 3. Big shout out to Ryan out there for totally waiting to see it with me and not seeing it 2 times before me, even though we promised to watch it together.
Well, before we start, we always get into this thing called Geek News.
Woo!
Yeah, so there's a lot of
noise.
things that happened this week. First things first, rest in peace, shout out to Rip Torn. He played Zed in the Men in Black movies.
Oh, I thought that was a joke.
No, seriously.
That's right.
No, he just passed away.
I feel bad now.
He was 88 years old. So rest in peace to him.
Hey, Steve, thanks for tuning in.
All right, first things first. It was just announced this week. M. Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold will be a playable character in the new Call of Duty.
And Danny Trejo.
Oh, Danny Trejo as well?
Danny Trejo.
Oh, wow. Now, my question is why?
Well, Avenged Sevenfold have been doing stuff. So first with the Treyarch Call of Duties, they had what's it called? They had Elena Siegman, who made the Zombies music, right?
Okay.
Then they brought in Avenged Sevenfold, who made Not Ready to Die, which is a banger. And then they made Carry On for Black Ops 2, where they were actually mocapped into the game.
Okay.
And then they just started re-releasing stuff, and now I guess they're in the game again.
Well, I was saying, why Danny Trejo?
Oh, why Danny Trejo? I thought you were talking about the Avenged Sevenfold.
No.
I don't know. He seems oddly fitting, though. I guess if he's game. Hey, Vinny, thanks for tuning in.
No, but I understand. I get it. He's basically a badass.
Yeah.
That's the movie that he was in. But he's a short guy, and he's super old.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew this about him. I ran into Danny Trejo at the airport one time, and I didn't recognize him at first. I always thought he was like a tall Mexican.
Yeah.
No. He's just a regular Mexican.
My experience with him is seeing him get drowned in Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Oh, nice. Nice. Next thing, Netflix. Yes, Netflix promises to cut back on smoking in their series.
That is all right. That was done by the Truth Initiative.
Yeah.
The Truth Initiative is a joke. Okay, I'm doing the hand signs here. It's a joke.
Okay.
It's like, okay, I get what they were trying to do. It's a good thing. Try to limit smoking and everything. But
Right.
then, come on, Stranger Things is based in a time where smoking was normal and super duper common.
I understand that, but they also talked about another show, Orange is the New Black, where there is lots of smoking as well.
It's prison.
Well, basically, they're saying going forward, Netflix is saying for their new projects, there'll be no smoking unless it's essential to the creative vision.
So Stranger Things.
Listen, hey, I don't know what to tell you. Next up, this is a big one. You ready for this? All right. So, Friends is leaving Netflix for Warner's media streaming service. So basically,
I did the Friends clap.
Yeah, it's Friends clap. So do you know that Friends is the most watched TV show on Netflix?
Yeah, because a lot of people who have Netflix have bad tastes.
Okay, so here's the thing. So now,
Spicy takes.
Warner Media streaming service is now being called HBO Max. Yeah.
They own HBO?
Yes. So basically, Warner Media owns HBO, Cinemax, WB, New Line Cinema, DC Entertainment, CNN, TNT, TBS, True TV, Turner Movie Classics, Cartoon Network, and Adult Swim.
Jesus.
Not only do they have that, they're also gonna have the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is also something that they bought. Yeah. So every
What
single
a
episode.
weird show to buy.
I know they bought that and they bought Friends, but there's also stuff from the CW as well that they bought, and they have a deal with Reese Witherspoon for producing movies, as well as I forgot the guy's name, Greg Berlanti, who has the record for having 18 TV shows on TV at the same time.
At the same time.
At the same time.
Dear Lord, I can't even think about writing 2 songs at the same time.
Yeah. So basically, this is a big deal.
Were they like live, or did he do it like weekly, or is it pre-recorded?
They were all pre-recorded, obviously.
Okay.
But
I don't know, man.
It should be coming out soon in like 2020.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mind blown?
A little, just a tad.
Next thing up. Nintendo just announced their Switch Lite.
Yes, I can't say I'm not a fan. I'm new. I don't care.
So how much is the original Switch?
$300.
So basically they knocked down $100 and now you can't use the Switch with your TV.
All right, so get this, right?
Okay.
So a Switch dock goes for like $80 now. You can get like an aftermarket one for $30.
Okay.
Fortunately, and you can even take your current dock and break it down and make it like a small one. But so they're charging $100 less. So you don't get the dock, but you also don't get the ability to use it in docked mode. You can't remove the Joy-Con. It's smaller. The only good thing I see about it is a legitimate D-pad.
Okay.
And like, even then, I didn't care enough about the D-pad to really warrant it. I have a Pro controller.
I mean, if you don't have a Switch, doesn't that work out for you? Because most of the Switches are for little kids, correct?
If they plan on using exclusively in mobile mode. But for me, the pull of the Switch was used on my TV, too. Because it's a chunky device. The Switch,
I mean, it is. But I mostly
Switch,
see...
If I'm not wearing like a jacket that has a deep inner pocket, I can't bring my Switch with me.
The sad thing is that the Nintendo Switch did not get rid of the Game Boy.
You mean the DS?
Yeah.
It did it and it didn't. It did in the sense where most big developers aren't developing for it anymore, but still games exist on the 3DS.
Oh, gotcha.
But like the Switch is like, I don't know, man. I love the console to death. I think that's some of the most fun games out there. But like when you remove a crucial feature of it and shave off only $100, like all right, if it was $150, yeah, good deal.
Right.
But it's $200. It's only $100 off of like a full retail Switch with everything.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, that's it for Geek News.
That's it for Geek News?
Yeah, that's all I got for this week.
Did I not send you more stuff?
No, you only sent me that stuff. I mean, there's also the rumors that we talked about off air.
Yeah.
And we can still talk about that.
Want to talk about that?
So basically, what I heard recently was some Spider-Man rumors. I heard...
Wait, a lot of this is just you saying, what the hell is MidSommar?
I see.
Yeah.
And then the Spider-Man DLC, we talked about Tarantino already last week.
Yeah.
So basically, there's a couple things. Number one, when we got off air last week, we were talking about the new Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I think we spoke about it on the air.
We spoke about it,
yeah.
But we didn't talk about the backlash that happened with everything.
Oh, I'm sure Austin from Tales from the Bottom of the Ocean would love to be here.
Oh, man, I wish he was.
Because he's like, his perspective is like, wow, you clowns are just sucking up everything that Disney's putting in front of you, and you're just giving them infinite money. Based on like you're just free promotion for them. That's what, like that's.
I mean, I don't see it like that. Like I said before.
Hey, Evan, thanks for tuning in.
Hey, what's going on? Like I said before, you know, I'm okay with Little Mermaid being black. I don't have a problem with it.
It doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't. Nobody really cared about their ethnicity.
But then people who are like, oh, well, you can't have black mermaids because, first of all, it's a mythological creature. Second of all, there was a black mermaid in Little Mermaid.
Exactly.
So, like, I don't know.
I don't know. I think people just... My whole thing is this: like, I don't care what her nationality is or what her race is. My issue is, I wish they would make like new characters, and make them whatever the hell they want to make them. Like, I'd rather that rather than rehashing an old idea, because Disney's been doing this where they have live action movies of all the stuff that we used to like instead of making new stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's easy money, They don't have to hire a whole new staff to write and everything. They just put it forward as is.
I get it, but like how many? Like Dumbo didn't do well.
I didn't even know Dumbo was out until I went out of my way to look at what was coming out.
Right. The new Mulan trailer came out this week.
I did not see that.
Which I'm not a fan of, but I didn't watch the original Mulan, so I can't really comment.
Okay.
But some people are excited about it. Me, I'm not so much.
I don't know, chat. What do you think? What do you think about Disney's practices? You think they're clowning it up?
I think they are. I think they are. I think they should save this for their streaming service. I think it would do well. Yeah, I think
made like a
I think
series,
these live action movies that they're making, I think they will do better on like their streaming service rather than keep putting them in the movie theater.
Yeah, I mean, well, in the movie theater, they got the hype and everything. Like, I know some diehard Disney people who watch The Lion King nightly.
And I get that.
I don't.
But you know what's also crazy? Like with Disney owning everything,
Yeah.
they have a movie every week.
Yeah.
Like they have a movie every week in the movie theaters. Like, and that's the part that I don't understand.
What's Disney's movie this week?
Not this week, but next week I think Disney has a movie coming out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. Alrighty then.
The next thing is also the rumor that I heard about Spider-Man. I heard that if Spider-Man, there was a leak that came out with the Spider-Man contract, and basically what it's saying that if Spider-Man Far From Home makes $1 billion, then Marvel gets to have the rights to Spider-Man to make Spider-Man 3.
Are they legitimately just doing like a tabletop bet?
If they
Just like,
don't, this is the rumor. If it doesn't make $1 billion, then what ends up happening is that Sony gets all the rights. It's basically getting the rights back to Sony. If Far From Home doesn't make $1 billion,
so this one was made under Marvel, and basically that if Marvel
this is still Sony. Like Sony has all the rights. Yeah, Sony has all the rights to Spider-Man. So Sony, like if Sony puts out a movie, they make the money.
Yeah.
So they get all the money. So I think it's $1 billion domestically.
Have they ever made like $1 billion from another Spider-Man movie though?
They probably have worldwide. I think this is more domestic.
Okay, domestic $1 billion.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, because it makes it harder.
Yeah. Well, guess what? It's coming back in theaters, I guess. I guess this is going to happen.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. But, like, I mean, how would you like that? Like, would you rather Marvel have the reins to Spider-Man 3, or would you rather Sony?
Far From Home is so good. I don't. If they could just make another movie as good as that, I don't care who makes it. I think
I like Homecoming more than I like Far From Home.
I liked Far From Home, man.
Yeah.
I thought it was just more of a wild ride because they didn't dwell too much on like the coming of story because they had to for Homecoming.
Well, they had to, yeah.
And this one the characters were a bit more fleshed out, a bit more fun. I just enjoyed it. I'm sorry for disappointing you all.
So you ready to get into it?
Let's get into it. What are we starting with?
Let's start with
The big one.
Yeah, let's start with the big one.
Stranger Things 3.
Because the smaller one, I'm just like, ugh.
Stranger Things 3 is the third Stranger Things season. There we go. Review over.
Thanks.
No, it's following the events of Stranger Things 1 and 2. It's a lot of people. There's a lot of hype around it for the fact that it's Netflix's poster boy now.
Yeah.
Netflix had like Orange is the New Black and everything, but I think Stranger Things is now their most viewed show. I think Stranger Things 3 broke records for being the most viewed Netflix show.
I think before that it was probably Daredevil, and then it was Orange is the New Black before that.
Yeah.
So I think this is basically their most watched show.
And have you noticed that every season of Stranger Things, when it takes place around a holiday, it comes out on that holiday?
I never noticed that.
Season 2 came out on Halloween.
I didn't jump into Stranger Things
season 3 came out on
season 2
on July 4th.
Yeah, I didn't jump into Stranger Things until season 2. But yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it's that.
Season 1 was when?
Season 1, I think season 1 was just neutral because I was just building the story.
Okay.
I don't think that had a holiday.
Season 2 was definitely Halloween.
Yeah.
And season 3 was 4th of July.
Season 1 is still arguably one of my favorite television seasons of any show.
Is it?
I just loved it.
I haven't looked through every single television season 1, so.
That's your mistake, bad boy.
Yeah. I can't
Breaking Bad is still, I think, my all-time favorite show.
Never seen Breaking Bad.
All right, Nigel, that's your mission this week.
That's my mission?
That's your mission.
You know how many seasons of Breaking Bad there are?
5 seasons.
All right, have you seen The Wire?
All right, fine, I'm watching The Wire.
There we have it.
All right, next week we made the shake on it.
No, but there's more episodes of Breaking Bad than there is The Wire.
Listen,
give me something else.
Breaking Bad's a good show, damn it.
The Wire is a good show too.
But Breaking Bad's a better show.
How do you know that you've never seen it?
I have the intuition.
You have the intuition
it's the
of
Steve
what?
Intuition, the hive mind.
Oh my god!
There are Steves out there who have seen The Wire.
Can somebody mind flay him? Back to Stranger Things.
Spoiler territory.
Yeah,
but Stranger Things season 3. How's it rank up for you?
It ranks up very well for me. I really like the way that they came back because we've waited for them for about a year and a half, almost.
I think they held the season until July 4th.
They had to, but it was so good. I think they crossed every T, dot every I. The kids are grown now.
Yeah, they grow with the kids. That's really cool.
So
it felt like I was almost watching it.
Oh wow. Another movie I've never seen.
Nigel, Chapter 2 comes out in 2 months.
I know. I have to watch it beforehand. I want to watch the original first and then watch it.
The new It came out 27 years after the original, which falls in the plot of Pennywise coming around every 27 years.
I never watched the original It because it was like scary clowns. And I was a kid.
Damn right, Steve, the hive mind.
Yeah, I was a kid when the original It came out, so yeah. But basically, yeah, I really dug this season. I like the fact that there was a lot of things that they touched upon, like 80s wise, like about the malls and about how
that
America
mall
was.
looks like it would be perfect for Dead Rising 2.
But you know what they were like? They were trying to make it like the Mall of Americas.
Yeah,
because
like
in the 80s back then, what happened was there was a lot of malls were booming everywhere, and they were making a big super mall, and it was taking a lot of business from the small mom and pop shops. There was a lot of things that were happening. Blockbuster Video was taken away from the mom and pop shops. Like, you can't rent videos from a store anymore. So I liked that aspect. I liked the whole the clothing that they were wearing. I liked this is the 80s that I remember.
Yeah, I just really it felt really good, it felt really authentic and genuine to me.
Yeah.
And what I really like that they've been doing with Stranger Things is season 2 they brought back Steve. Hive minds. They brought back Steve into the show, and they gave him a really present role.
Well, they're making because Steve was a dick in the first season.
I know, but when they brought him back, they made him like an enjoyable character. But they also made him more, like I said, more present. And what they did for this season is they brought Billy in and made him more present.
Oh yeah, I didn't like how they had Billy in season 2.
Yeah, I think they did a good job with Billy in this season. I think every character is enjoyable. I liked how they, since they're teens, they're going through all that like angst and they're going through like the newfound feelings of lust and love and what's going. It was just a really interesting dynamic that I really enjoyed, and I think that. And it's really hard to go into the show without spoiling it, and I'm trying my damnedest hard.
I mean, there's certain things that we could talk about for it, so it wouldn't spoil it. I mean, there's little things...
Because I can't even mention things in the trailer, because things in the trailer are direct spoiler territory.
Yes and no. I mean, from the trailer, you do see that there's something going on with Billy.
Yes.
You do see that the kids are older, and you do see that not Mike, Will, and Elle, they have a relationship going on.
Sucking face.
So there's a certain there's certain things that you do get to see. Yeah. And I like the evolution of Billy. I love the evolution of Elle coming into being a young woman, because we've seen her as a little girl, and it's funny how the difference a couple years makes, because the original Stranger Things was in 83, and now this one is in 85. So those 2 years, these kids have grown into mini adults.
That's what I liked about it, is that it's growing with the kids.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it really organic to me, is that they're not forcing them to pretend to be still preteens, They're teenagers.
The sad thing is I watch the dates and I'm like, dude, I was like a baby.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just really had a good time with it. I thought it was an enjoyable show. I didn't have a good time with Ryan, who watched it before me. I still hate you, Ryan.
Oh, what did Ryan do?
He watched it twice before me. We agreed to watch it together.
Oh no, I watched it in a day and a half.
No, me and Ryan.
Oh, okay.
My friend Ryan. We agreed to watch it together, and he watched it twice before me.
Oh my God.
Twice.
That sounds like couple rules.
I had because the reason why I'm tilted about this, I had to drive 45 minutes out to him to see this. I could have stayed at home.
You could have. You're right.
In bed.
Yeah. This sounds like couple rules.
Had some milk.
Ryan, are you guys dating?
Yes. And I stole his beard. I have the better one.
Okay.
But it's really hard for me to review this show, man, because I really want to honestly, the most I can say is just watch it. I've seen only one person out of everyone I've spoken to say that they didn't like it, and a lot of it was just kind of them like complaining about like the character dynamics. But even like, I forgot the black kid's name. What was his name?
Who was his name?
In the group?
Kid?
In the group.
Oh my God! You just caught me off guard because I knew his name.
What was his name?
His name is not Isaac. It's something.
Regardless, his sister was in the show.
I love her in this.
I hated her in the beginning because they wanted you to hate her, but I just liked her dynamic, and I liked her development as a character.
She had an arc.
Yeah,
her arc was pretty well.
It was well done, and so was what's his name, the Hopper. He had a pretty good arc too.
Right. You know what? One thing that I will say that
he got that dad bod.
They never like touched on the fact of Dustin's teeth. Like I don't know.
It's because of his. It is because he didn't have teeth before, and I was looking at it. I think it's because
season 2.
Yeah, I don't think he had.
Sure,
I'm pretty sure.
At that snowball, I swore he smiled and I saw teeth.
All right, fellas, chat. Tell us if he had teeth in the older seasons.
I'm almost positive in season 2.
No, but it's also part of his disorder.
What's his disorder?
He has like this bone disorder they mentioned in season 2, and like it's a legitimate disorder he has.
They mentioned it in this season 2, but I never knew that he.
Where like he doesn't have a collarbone or anything. I think it also affected the development of his teeth.
Never knew that.
So I think that might be it.
So basically, he's like the monster from the Goonies.
Okay,
that's what you're saying.
All right, alrighty then.
Hello, you guys.
Good character development. I loved the coloring. It was really vibrant.
Yeah, well, that's what the 80s was all about, fluorescent colors.
Yeah, I know, but it really popped, and that's what I liked about it. You have Will, who's who's Mike, who's wearing the IKEA merch.
Yeah,
the entire show. Mm-hmm. Repping that yellow.
I like, and I don't think this is a spoiler either, but there's a couple scenes where Elle and Max, they go to the mall, and Elle goes to the mall for the first time and sees the mall, and she's a teenage girl.
Yeah.
And they do things that teenage girls do, like try on a whole bunch of clothes and take pictures.
And Elle really isn't accustomed to that stuff because
she's not.
Elle grew up in a vat.
Yeah.
So, And she's a really cool character. I liked her development too. I think I was really confused by her use of the powers in the show because there's a point where she kind of has like the erectile dysfunction equivalent of using her powers.
Okay.
And
I wouldn't said it that way, but okay.
But I'm just thinking, I'm like, there's so many. But that means I can't go into spoiler territory. But I can't tell if like she lost her powers or they just got drained.
Well,
so
we'll find out. There's also like a little thing that happens at the end.
Yeah.
With that whole thing. I mean, well, this season deals with possible Russians. This season deals with a whole bunch of stuff.
They got a Terminator.
Yeah. The Mind Flayer, the whole Upside Down thing, like you get to see all of that. Like,
and I did like how they spent little time in the Upside Down. It wasn't like droning in there. Like the first season was about the mystery of the Upside Down.
Right.
The second season was about overcoming the Upside Down, and now this season is without I can't spoil, but
it's not a spoiler if we can say that yes,
it comes to you.
There are Russians. Yes, there is a Terminator, and like those little dynamics.
There is a dope Russian scientist.
You're right. Those little dynamics.
He likes cherry ices.
But those little dynamics are great because they even made mention to one of the movies, Red Dawn.
Yeah.
In there. So you see a little bit of Red Dawn. You see
There's a lot of homages, I'm pretty sure there's an Alien one in there somewhere.
There was Alien, Terminator. Like they took a lot of little pieces from, and that's the thing that I like about Stranger Things, and that's the reason why a lot of people like Stranger Things.
It's self-aware and it pays homage.
Yeah, because you look at like even with the first season, you look at it's a mixture of Goonies, E.T., and like whatever else teenage movies that you've seen in the 80s. The second season was Ghostbusters, this season. Like, so there's a lot. Ghostbusters and Alien, I think, was second season. And this one, more Terminator.
Yeah.
I loved it. I really did. I enjoyed watching every episode.
I didn't love it. I really enjoyed it though. I think that it's a good step up. I think it's not as good as season 1, better than season 2. Where would you rank it?
Better than season 2. I really liked it. There wasn't a dull moment for me. It didn't drag. I was waiting for everything to happen, and it happened all in first episode. And I was invested all the way through. Even while I had a 4th of July barbecue going on, I still was watching this. So
okay,
I really liked it.
I took time out to watch it. I had a good time. Do you? So what do you think? Where do you think it will go for season 4? Because all right, like I said, season 1 was the mystery of the Upside Down.
Right.
Season 2 was overcoming the Upside Down. Season 3, the Upside Down came to them. how much further do you think they can milk the Upside Down, or do you think it'll be a new idea completely? Because the Upside Down has a lot of mystery to it, but the mysteries are pretty gone.
I think, and I'm not going to use the Upside Down. I'm going to say what we all know. We all know that there's demigods, demidogs. We all know that there's demigorgons.
Yeah, there is a post-credit scene to the last episode.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
We all know that there's demigorgons, demidogs, and the Mind Flayer. So we all know that. So I think in this one, stakes are going to be a little higher. Stakes were high in this one.
Yeah, they're pretty high.
I think they're going to be. I think these things are going to evolve, and what I mean by evolve is I think they're going to, like, even in the credit. I don't want to spoil anything, but even in the credit scenes, like, we see that these demigorgons and demidogs are going to evolve. So I think the stakes are going to be a little higher. I think that. I don't know where they can go. I don't know where they can go with it. But
I really don't, because
I'm happy to see. Like, I'm really, like, I want to see, like, there's certain things that we could talk about off air that's going to happen, because I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
But I do see that
2-week rule.
Right. I do see that somebody who does die.
Yeah.
I don't think they're actually dead.
Oh, neither do I.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Neither do I.
Okay. So I don't want to give anything away, but and I think that
The rule of film: if they don't die on camera, they're not dead.
right. I think that they're in the Upside Down.
I think that they're just under the podium.
Or in a Russian jail somewhere.
Either of those.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just curious where they can go with this whole Upside Down concept, because it's going to become really old really quickly. This is like 4 years they're about to go.
But I
for
do
it.
think that Stranger Things 4 is going to be the last Stranger Things.
That's what I think. I really don't think they can milk it any further.
I don't think they can. And I feel
I
like
would love, like, side stories. Like, I'd love to see, like, the origins of Elle delved into a little bit more.
I would like to see what, that crazy episode I keep talking about in season 4. I mean, that's
the kids who never came back?
The kids that never came back. I was waiting to see them come back in this season.
I didn't see it happening. I just didn't.
And that's the thing. Like, in season 2 of Stranger Things, there were certain things that I wish they would have touched more on. So, like Billy, for instance, he didn't have, like, a certain arc or ending for me. Like, I was hoping that the Upside Down would get him in season 2. Okay. I was hoping for a return of Elle's friends to happen in season 2 or season 3. And it didn't happen for me. So I'm just like, okay, cool. What was that all about? Was that like a backdoor pilot?
I don't know. It's like this season kind of did everything that I wanted. I just wanted more Stranger Things, honestly. It gave me what I wanted out of it. And I'm really scared the next season it could be a wash, because last season ended with a cliffhanger. So kind of did this season.
Yeah.
But if they didn't have that post-credit scene, I'd be really happy with how it ended.
Dude, they gave you a Terminator.
I know. if they didn't have that post-credit scene, I would have been happy with how it ended.
Okay.
Because I think it was a sufficient ending, and I felt fine. I felt satisfied after finishing it. I'm not sitting there like, oh, I need to know what happens on Stranger Things 4.
Right.
Like, last Stranger Things, for season 2, I was constantly watching stuff and, like, making of and everything, trying to figure out, like, where can they go.
Right.
Where with this, I'm just like, all right, it's whatever.
I think we're still going to watch it. I think we're still going to be invested. I think that
we're still going to watch and be invested, and Netflix knows that.
And I think that by the time they finish,
most money they ever had.
By the time they finish Stranger Things 4, these kids are going to be in college.
Jesus,
it's going to take place in 1990.
I mean, yeah, you have. I mean, what's his name? Finn Wolfhard isn't even going to be in the new It, because they're all adults now.
Yeah, they're all adults. Yeah.
So I'm so excited for that movie. Every time I see that trailer, I get giddy.
Yeah. That's the thing too. We keep watching these movies and
we see the same trailers over
and over again. I'm just.
I wanted to shoot myself after seeing the Men in Black trailer for the 5th, 6th time.
Not even the Men in Black. The one that Stuber. I'm tired of seeing the Stuber one. I'm tired of seeing, which I heard isn't that great, but we'll review it next week. I'm just tired of seeing the same trailers. Like I keep seeing the Quentin Tarantino trailer.
I don't mind it though, because they change it up every time.
Okay. But there's like the same trailers every time we go see the movies. We watch these movies so you don't have to. I'm excited
for the new Quentin Tarantino movie.
I don't think it's going to be good.
You don't?
No. I don't see it. I don't see.
So if it's not a success, like goes back to your Swan Song conversation. If it's not a success, then do you think it's going to continue making movies?
I don't know. I mean, how many times does a boxer get knocked out before he stops boxing?
I have hopes for it because it seems like it seems like a farewell movie. That's the first instinct that I had. You know?
Right.
Just kind of like them touching upon the various themes that Tarantino touched upon. I'm really interested in seeing the dynamic between DiCaprio and Pitt.
Have they acted before now?
Together?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think it's the same movie. But anyway, let's go to our next movie, I guess. MidSommar. This is a movie that will leave you walking out of the theater saying, "What the fuck?"
Oh, we can curse?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Because this movie is insanity. What did I... All right, so
what did I watch?
I go into this movie. All right, this is what I expected, right? I expected to go into this movie. I expected it to be kind of artsy.
Okay.
I expected it to be a movie about a girl getting kidnapped by a cult and then trying to survive from getting killed. What I got was very much not that.
Okay, so you saw the trailer.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see the trailer.
Yeah, Nigel saw it blind.
I didn't know anything about... I just knew...
Tarantino hype train, indeed.
I just knew that the girl had on a flower crown, and I thought it was about Coachella.
Coachella. When Nigel said that to me, I'm like, Nigel, what is wrong with you?
Hey, listen, it looks like Coachella. I don't know what to tell you.
She's crying.
Maybe she had a bad trip in Coachella. Who knows?
She had bad trips throughout the movie.
Yeah, maybe Nickelback was on and she got to go all excited. They cried for Michael Jackson when he used to perform.
All right, so let's give you the plot of the movie. Let's just give you the very,
How do you give them a plot?
Very basic plot. There is definitely a plot in the movie.
Oh my God.
Let's give you a very basic plot of the movie. So you have this girl whose sister and parents passed away, and her boyfriend, who seems not so invested in their relationship, decide to take a trip with their friend to Sweden.
This is the ultimate breakup movie.
Yeah. if you say I love you to your mate after watching this, then you got something special.
Hey.
But no, they take a trip over to Sweden, and he's like, Nigel, no, here, I'm going to give you this. So I can do this. They take a trip over to Sweden, and the purpose of the trip is with their Swedish friend is to encounter the MidSommar Festival, which happens once every 90 years and is the longest day of summer.
What was that movie that you told me about to watch with Chris Hemsworth?
Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods, and it was the fool, the virgin.
Yeah, the archetypes.
Guy. Yeah, the archetypes.
They had that.
You have that here.
And the actors are actually pretty good too. I mean, with the I forgot the guy's name. He was from The Good Place.
Plot a crazy time at Coachella.
A crazy time.
This was a crazy time at Coachella.
Coachella. Oh my God! If this is what Coachella is like, sign me up.
I mean, sign you up.
Sign me up.
Oh my God! They all have matching outfits and pajamas. Like it was like this is the weirdest Sound of Music I've ever seen.
So this movie, it starts off pretty average for the most part,
pretty dull and boring,
and then it slowly puts you into its mindset. And once you're in its mindset, once it shows you the first thing where it just gets you saying what, and Nigel texted me during that moment, and before him even saying what moment it was, I knew exactly what moment of the movie he watched.
Yeah,
and you will know it too if you see the movie.
Don't watch this movie.
And we'll get to that later.
Okay.
So you can go in a bit.
Tune out now.
You can go in a bit.
Well, I don't even know why we keep doing this.
But the thing with this movie is that it's meant to be avant-garde. It feels like a film festival movie.
It is a film festival movie.
Oh, but oh dear Lord, the cinematography gave me a headache. I don't know about you. They kept doing these tracking shots where they put it upside down and lifting it around things, and oh God, I had a headache going in. And I left it that.
Well, those are for the trip shots, right? When they were taking shrooms.
No, before that.
Before that,
like when they were driving to the place in Sweden, and you see that they're filming from the car, and then they like go up and over and around and down, and like, dude. And then there's part of the movie that was upside down,
like because it was artsy.
Okay, I get like one or two moments of that for effect, but please stop. It's like those people who use like the wings behind a character for like for symbolism. No, it's just shitty cinematography, man.
Yeah. I ain't like this movie. I'm mad you told me to go see this movie.
I didn't tell you to go see this movie. You said, what are we watching?
But you chose it. And I didn't know what the hell this thing was.
What else was out? When you saw Child's Play, the trailer existed for during Child's Play.
And I told you how much it sucked. And I said,
but no. You didn't see the trailer before you saw Child's Play?
Yeah, I did.
For MidSommar?
No, I did not.
MidSommar was a trailer before Child's Play.
I did not see that.
We saw it at the same theater,
I did not.
which is now closed. Which we will talk about later. Not dox the theater.
Yeah, I did not see that trailer. I probably was sitting with you before the movie, and no, actually,
No, that was for Men in Black.
That was for Men in Black.
Yeah.
I was probably at the concession stand. I don't know, but I was yeah.
So
no.
you just went in when the movie started. You didn't stay for trailers.
I just went in. I didn't watch any trailers for. I really didn't like Child's Play either.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying the trailer before it. They kind of give you some whatever.
No, I didn't see it. And
Whatever.
I'm tired of watching these movies. I'm tired. This is the third week in a row, dude. I don't understand. I don't get. And it was 2.5 hours
Hey,
long.
Nigel, you ready?
I'm sorry.
You
I'm sorry.
You ready to make it 4 with Seaver?
Stuber!
Batista making his anti-Guardians debut.
Oh my God! Listen, this movie is 2.5 hours long.
I thought it was only going to be 2 hours.
They could have cut 45 minutes from all of that driving through Sweden.
The thing with this movie though is that I never found myself hating it. I found myself.
no.
I found myself laughing hysterically, actually.
Oh no, I was bored.
There was like scenes where the theater is quiet and I'm just cracking up, and the guy next to me is like, "Oh my God, is that what this is?" Like, imagine seeing this movie high, and I was like, "This movie's hilarious." Like,
I was bored.
If you're desensitized like me with movies like this, it's like you can look past the artsiness, appreciate what they try to do, and appreciate what they overdid. And then go into it. But like,
this movie was boring. It was like a bad, it started out with them not liking this girl, and he's like, "Listen, I gotta stay with her because her family died."
yeah.
And
to be fair, you try to break up with the girl, and then her entire family dies. Like, what are you going to do?
I mean, cool, but don't bring her to Sweden with you. You're having a guy's trip.
And she was oddly stable for the most part.
Yeah.
Like, I would be a wreck.
The only time she was a wreck was on the plane and right before she went in. That's it.
And then a few times for various other reasons.
Yeah. But it was crazy. They kept doing drugs the whole time. Mm-hmm. The black guy didn't die first. I was happy about that.
Oh my God. They had a blood eagle in this movie.
What is a blood eagle?
All right. A blood eagle is when you take a guy, you cut him down.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You rip open his rib cages.
Okay.
And then you take out their lungs and you throw it behind on their back to look like clipped wings. And
that was toward the end.
And if they cry or make any noise at all during that process, they will be deemed as unholy and will not be able to enter the gates of Valhalla.
Listen, I was grossed out when he found a pubic hair in his biscuit. And everybody else's drink was yellow and his was orange. I had a problem with that.
It was passion fruit juice.
No, it wasn't passion fruit. They had the symbolism. I knew what it was.
Yep.
I knew what it was, and I was like, "Yo, you can't."
This movie seemed like, all right, what I got from it is I think they were trying to make a statement about don't mock other cultures because what you are doing could be equally as foreign to someone else.
No, I did not see that. The girl menstruated in his drink. No.
I'm trying not to spoil any of this movie.
No, I'm spoiling because I don't want you to watch this. I don't.
We have a 2-week rule. It doesn't matter if we want them to watch it or not.
That's not even a spoiler, though.
Anyway.
That's not a spoiler.
They're just like, but this movie.
You told him a blood eagle. That's a spoiler.
No, listen, if you want to see a blood eagle on the big screen, if you told me before seeing this movie that, hey, there's going to be a blood eagle on the big screen, I'd be like, I'm all in. Let's do this. I'm going to put some Skittles in my jacket.
But you think me talking about the menstruation is bad?
It's plot.
It's not a plot. That's not plot.
It's plot anyway.
That's nothing to do with the plot.
Anyway, going back to this movie, I think that's what they were trying to convey. I think that's in their artsy, weird, avant-garde way is like.
I know.
I think that's what they were going for. The movie it gave me the same feeling that I got when I saw Apostle.
Okay.
Like, as I'm watching it, as the movie's unfolding, you're learning more and more shit, and you're just like, what? Why did this need to happen? Where's this going?
Right.
And this is the kind of movie, I think I described it to you perfectly. This is the kind of movie where you will see it, you will forget it exists after like a week, and you'll keep forgetting until the moment where one of your friends are like, yo, did you see MidSommar? And everyone else in the group's like, yo!
Don't go see. Like, it's kind of like Sorry to Bother You.
Yeah. Sorry to Bother You was insane. The movie is nuts.
I'd rather watch Sorry to Bother You than watch this movie.
Nigel just doesn't like insane movies.
I don't like. Do not bring me down this road. Honestly, I was watching it. I was like, wow, this is a very boring movie. Something happens, and I'm like, holy shit, why am I watching this movie? Like, it was two different emotions.
Nigel said, damn, now I'm bored and grossed out.
Yeah, I was bored and grossed out.
I turned my brain off at some point. I was just laughing.
Dude, the guts and the gore in this movie, and I'm like, yo,
it took itself so seriously.
Yo, I wasn't ready. There was a lot of times I was not ready for it.
Yeah, and the thing with this movie is like, as I'm going into it, I went in pretty much blind aside from that one trailer, and like I told you what I thought I'd see, but like what really this is just like, it's just odd, you know? It's just, you don't know who to trust. Everything's kind of like insane going on, and you just see gore happening. And when we're going to this movie, and Nigel's like, and I told Nigel it's like a really artsy, like psychological thriller, and Nigel's like, oh great, so that means another movie with no killing. I'm like, oh, there's killing. And what'd you think of the kills?
Yo, I'm not watching this movie no more. Don't pick no more movies.
I didn't pick a movie. I said to you, like, are we watching this week? This is the only new movie out, and you're like, yes.
Yeah, that's all.
And that's what you said.
I didn't say anything else. I didn't say anything else. I should have picked the Adam Sandler movie on Netflix.
You could have picked any other movie.
You're right. You're right.
You ran with this.
I was like, yeah, I'll go see The Crying Girl with the Flower Crown. Yeah. I thought maybe she would have got raped or something like that. You know, maybe.
Coachella.
No.
I mean, arguably, one of the guys in the movie got raped. It's arguable.
I don't know what happened with that.
You remember that scene?
There's a lot of penis in this movie.
There was a lot of penis. There's a lot of boobs in this movie.
Old boobs.
There's some thrusting action going on.
Oh my god, this movie is gross.
That
man.
scene was so funny.
But let me ask you this question: what did you get out of it? Like, you really feel like you got a quote unquote plot? You really feel like there was?
Yeah, I definitely got a plot.
You feel like there was an ending to it?
Yeah. I mean, I can't say the ending without spoiling it, but there was definitely an ending. There's definitely a plot. Did you fall asleep during it?
No, I was awake, which is weird.
So how'd you miss the plot? It was
No, because I was grossed out. I didn't like this movie. I don't like this movie on a plane. I don't like this movie on a train. I don't like this movie. It wasn't for me.
This movie is like...
This is the worst time at Coachella.
Did you like Cam better than this?
Huh?
Did you like Cam better than this? We reviewed Cam a while back. Remember that?
Cam. Cam was way better than this.
You liked Cam?
Yeah.
I did not like Cam.
I like Cam better than this. If you say Cam and MidSommar, I'm picking Cam.
I'm picking MidSommar.
Dude, I would... Number one, for the first hour, I was bored. For the second hour, I was grossed out.
Yeah?
What do you want from me?
What about the last half hour?
The last half hour, I saw intestines.
Yeah. That was a pretty insane ending, Jesus.
So I'm like, what do you want from me? That was the weirdest thing, man.
So what I got out of this movie is I got what I said. It was an avant-garde psychological thriller. It's not horror. Mm-hmm. It says horror on the posters and everything. It is not horror. There's nothing scary about this movie.
This is, people keep disappearing, but
this movie has no darkness like at all. There's one scene where it's kind of dark, and that's it.
It's like going to the weirdest cult. Like, you know, it's a cult when you first see it. I wouldn't, me personally, like, I don't know this black guy that's in there, Josh. I don't know you, Josh, but Josh, listen, if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, you need to run. It looked like a cult. Like, if you invited me, let's say you invited me, hey, let's go to Sweden, and I saw that everybody was wearing the same pajamas, and they were dancing something crazy and eating some weird food, I'm leaving.
All right, so let's go a little bit into the technicality of this movie,
if you want to.
Because we still got time. Let's give them the show that they want.
Sure.
the things I did like about this movie, Moose is saying
We should sue them.
should sue them.
That's false advertisement.
One thing I want to say though, is there's one scene that I actually that I did think was cool.
Okay.
They use a lot of mirrors and reflections as motifs throughout the movie.
Okay.
And there's this one scene where you see the girl interacting with her boyfriend, and you see just him talking in the mirror. It's kind of like a cliched scene, but I don't know. I enjoyed that cinematography.
That was early in the movie, right?
Yeah, and a lot of like scenes where they showed reflections were kind of like I couldn't tell.
All of those were in the beginning of the movie.
No, there's another one later on.
Oh, because there were no mirrors where they were.
No, there's reflections in windows.
Okay.
And there was one later on because it happened before one of the sacrifices, if I do say so.
Oh my god.
But going into it is like I was trying to think, okay, maybe this is trying to be a motif. When they show something like this, maybe something bad's going to happen. There's going to be some confrontation taking place. Nothing. Like the cinematography that they're trying to show, they can use as symbolism, and I just didn't see anything.
My issue with it is that nobody really saw anything wrong with what was going on.
Well, the girl did. She wanted to leave pretty quickly, immediately
after that happened.
Yeah.
But I'm saying before that happened, when everybody started disappearing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, actually, I was afterwards. Afterwards, I would want to go. But then when people start disappearing, I'm like, yo, no, this doesn't add up.
Yeah.
You know, I would have left. I was like, no, don't take me in your truck. I don't want to go in your truck. I'm walking. I don't care how far it is.
Yeah.
I'm calling Stuber. I saw him in the beginning of this movie. And we're leaving.
All right. Well, my thoughts of this movie.
I'm sorry, I cracked myself up.
As I was sitting and thinking about this movie for the past few days, I couldn't come to the feeling of them saying, "Don't waste your time watching it," because there's really not much out to like watch if you've seen what we've seen.
Yeah.
You know. So like, if you want to see a movie like this, if you're in the mood, you want to see a movie that'll completely fuck your mind and make you say "What the fuck" at the end, which I literally said as the credits started rolling. I just blurted it out at an instinct. That's the kind of movie for you. If that's something that you want out of this, and it's way better if you're watching with friends and you can make fun of it.
I saw it by myself.
No, you got to come with me to these movies.
I'm never going to Sweden. Ever.
That's what my friend said when we were leaving.
Yeah, I'm never going to Sweden. A$AP Rocky is in a jail right now because he went to Sweden. No, thank you.
Well, yeah. Overall,
I don't watch this movie.
Okay. So this brings us up to our. I recommend watching it if it's something that might interest you. So anyway, let's go into our next segment. What are we watching, Nigel? What are you watching?
What am I watching?
What you watching? What you watching?
What am I watching? You go first.
Okay, great. I'm actually reading right now. I'm reading Stephen King's Pet Sematary. Mm-hmm. And by reading, I mean listening to an audiobook read by Michael C. Hall.
Okay.
And I'm enjoying it. I'm pretty early in. I'm only about like 6 chapters in. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty enjoyable so far, but I heard it's Stephen King's scariest book, and I've yet to find a book that scares me. So that's my goal for this movie.
All right. I know what I'm watching. I'm watching Euphoria on HBO. It's weird. It's Zendaya, isn't it?
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh. Which
is weird. It's a different thing for her. She plays a 17-year-old drug addict, and it's basically her like world of drugs, sex, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
And rock and roll.
There's no rock and roll, but there's a lot of trap music. But yeah, it's very strange. I'm trying to get into it.
Anime.
It's weird because it's different. I'm used to her like as I think she was Zoe Undercover or something like that, or I forgot what she was on Nickelodeon. The show that she was on. Never mind. Doesn't matter. But I know her as
was Zoe 101?
I think it was one of those shows.
With what's her name? Jamie Lynn Spears?
No, not that one. She was the main star. I can't think of it, but it doesn't matter. But I'm used to her as like a girl from Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Spider-Man movies.
That's what a lot of these actors do. They do the breakout roles. You know?
And this is. But see, here's the thing. She plays 16 in Far From Home.
Yeah.
16, 17. She plays 16, 17 in Euphoria, and it's two totally different 16, 17.
Yeah.
So it's. I like it, but my issue is like I feel like it's borderline pedophilia.
That's a jump.
Yeah, like I mean, because there's a lot of nudity in this, and these girls, and I know they're above age, but they're playing 16.
Yeah,
I don't want to see that. But I mean, it's a very interesting watch.
Well, they did that a lot in Sex Education.
True, and I felt weird about that as well.
It's like that Belle Delphine chick.
Yeah.
Whenever she pops up on my feed or someone buys her Gamer Girl bathwater.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I know she's not underage, but she looks like she's like 15 and it grosses me out.
And that's what happened in Euphoria. Like there's certain scenes where like, and these girls are naked and they're talking about sex and like they're around guys and they're giving guys blowjobs and I'm like, yo, what's going on? But I watched the first episode because I heard good things. It's decent. I'm
probably around for a second.
I'm gonna go around for a second. It's only had like 4 episodes so far.
Okay.
So I'm gonna keep watching and see what happens with it.
And I have been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure still.
Oh, wow.
Still catching up.
That's on Amazon?
It's on Netflix.
Netflix? Okay.
I'm still on part 2. Don't hate me. I'm on season 3, but it's still part 2. Mm-hmm. And it's fun so far, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's just I haven't found much TV that I've really been able to sink my teeth into. I kind of miss having like a good sitcom or something that I can like watch that isn't Friends, because Friends is not good. But
never seen an episode.
Good. Seinfeld's way better. You have Frasier, which is way better.
Never saw Frasier.
Never saw Frasier? Frasier's good.
Seen Seinfeld.
The Office is better, but I think Corporate's better than The Office.
Never seen Corporate. Saw The Office.
Corporate's really good. That might be something you want to watch.
I'm just letting you guys know what I watch and what I don't watch. I don't watch a lot of TV, so
it's kind of our job.
I know, but like if it's not like part of what we watch, because that's the problem. Like sometimes, like when we schedule things to watch, and I'll be like, I don't really want to watch this because it's for homework. I don't want to watch homework.
I feel the same way. I forgot the last thing I watched when I felt that Chernobyl.
Oh, and that felt like homework to me.
I wanted to watch Chernobyl, but I didn't want to like sit down and like go through it. But I ended up watching it anyway. Same thing with Jessica Jones too, and I love Jessica Jones usually. And like I was hyped for the season to come out, but then when you said we're doing it for the show, I'm like,
yeah. I didn't know it was coming out. I didn't watch the trailer for that either.
So Nigel, what's going on in your neck of the woods? What do you have coming up?
I got a couple shows coming up soon, but I'll tell you this: I do have a show August 24th at Governor's Comedy Club. You go to www.govs.com. You go click onto the little room. You'll see me August 24th, Nigel Fullerton and Friends show.
What day of the week is that?
That is on a Saturday.
I can make that.
Yes, that is on a Saturday.
Yeah.
So please buy your tickets in advance. The show will sell out. I got a couple comedians, just come through. It'll be a fun time for all.
All right. I have nothing big coming up, so going back and forth with the people from Europe and Africa and the band. In the big band, we're called Elisions, Elisions.
Oh, they're asking if we're watching Orange is the New Black. We will be watching Orange is the New Black. It doesn't start until July.
What did you sign me up for?
July 26th. Is the new season of Orange is New Black. I didn't sign you up. Your friend Moose. Your friend Moose
Damn it,
did.
Moose. I was just plugging our bands.
Yeah, Moose said, "What about Orange is the New Black?" And listen, man, it's like Oz with titties.
Have you been watching it?
I actually have been. Actually,
is it still good?
No.
So why am I gonna watch this?
It's not. I mean, I want to see what's going to happen because if you haven't been watching Orange is the New Black, sorry, but I'm going to spoil some things.
I wouldn't even know what he's saying.
It's okay.
I've seen season 1 and part of 2.
Piper is no longer in jail. She just got released.
I don't know who that is.
Piper is the main character from season 1.
Okay.
So she just got released. So now it's going to be a kind of a different show. It already evolved into a different show. Now it's definitely a different show. It was a show that was about comedy in the beginning, and now it's just like this.
It's a drama now, right?
It's a drama now. It's more of a drama with these women and stuff like that. It left comedy the first season. Once they got rid of Jason Biggs,
yeah,
it was no more real comedy.
I don't know. I'm just like, it just doesn't interest me anymore.
I won't say that it's not good at all. It does have its moments, but it's just been going on for a long time. So I think we're up to season 7 of Orange is the New Black, which is a lot. 9 times out of 10, shows don't last past 5 seasons. Mm-hmm. So we're at season 7, which means that we're at the end. There are some seasons that were good, and there are some seasons that were bad. But it is definitely a good watch. I won't say that it's a bad watch. It's not like MidSommar. Like I would tell you not to watch the show if you really didn't like it, but it's not bad. I do watch Orange is the New Black, and I think it's a decent show. I won't say a good show, but I think it's a decent show.
All right. Well, that's what we've been up to. You can follow us.
Yeah, lesbians drama.
So you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Drakontas _ DRAKONTAS _ Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Twitch, like us on Facebook at Area 22 Productions. Go drop a few shekels in the Patreon at patreon.com/Area22.
Yeah.
Get some of those sweet rewards. And Nigel, take it away with your stuff.
Hey, well, while I'm waiting for Levittown movie theater to open back up because of their rat problem, you can follow me at Nigel Fullerton _ on Twitter and Instagram. You can also be a fan of my Facebook page on Facebook, which is Nigel A. Fullerton. Thank you guys for watching. God bless you and good night.